Hi, Assalamualaikum. I am Muhammad Syami bin Sazali. Today, I want to talk about one student, one sport in Malaysia, which is a sport policy in Malaysia. Okay, first I want to talk about what is one student, one sport. Malaysian Education Ministry has launched one student, one sport policy on 9 of June 2011, which become sphere of two head of complement school sports development scope in producing and developing well-balanced student in terms of physical, emotional, spiritual and intellectual. Next, we go to the problem that we face and the solution. The problem before that we do this policy, which is one student, one sport, is student being stressful. It is because student burdened with their homework, with their studies. So they will be stressful because of this thing. So with the one student, one sport, student will have their own sport which they love to release their stress. Secondly is student not having a healthy life. As we can see, many of student facing many have a not good healthy life, such as they have a disease such as obesity. So with a one student, one sport, this thing will be prevent. Thirdly, the problem is student involved in criminal activity. It is because when a student have their leisure time, they do something which is not benefit to them, such as uh, take a drug, smoking, and many other more. So for the solution, firstly, we need to, every student at least need one sport that they love to do. This thing important to release their stress, which is stress is our problem as a student. So one student, one sport provide this solution. Secondly is play any sport for being healthy. When we want to have a healthy life, we need to play sport or do some workout. So sport such as football, badminton is a good way to have a healthy life. Thirdly is fill leisure time by playing sport. One student, one sport will provide an activity, an event to fill the student leisure time. Okay, now I will talk about advantage of sport, one for student. Firstly is health benefit. This is probably the most obvious one, but for a good reason. Any physical activity that encourages exercise is worth participating in it. As the old saying once, body and mind are connected. So students that get proper exercise through sport are more likely to feel energized throughout the day. Secondly is social skill. Sports require communication between players. Even one-on-one sport like tennis still require communication between two opponents during a match while encouraging a healthy sense of competition. The social benefit of sport for students help them to improve their social skill while also meeting other individuals that share the same interests. Okay, next is teamwork. Playing sport is fun and it's not just about winning or losing. Simply participating in sport encourages a mindset towards practice, growth and improvement. These are the same principles we encourage students to hold academically. Getting better at something feels good and sports are an excellent way to experience tangible improvement. Okay, lastly, the advantage is resilience. Remember the old saying, learn to be a good sport? Quite literally, in fact, sport teach us that we do not always get the outcome we want. Olympic athletes train for years. only to fall short of the gold medal, but rather that discourage their effort, it motivates them to pick themselves up again and train harder. These sports are the same. Emotion can run high, and losing a big game can be disappointing. However, this experience teaches students to have good sportsmanship. Okay, now we go to the function of one sport for one student. One student, one sport help students to have their own hobby, which is sport. Teacher will conduct some event for students to play the sport. And this will help students enjoy and fill their leisure time. So for the conclusion for a sport policy which is one student, one sport, as we can see, this policy help the student to live a healthy life. This also important for students to balance between academic and co-curriculum. This also will be enjoyable activity to do it. So I was sure this policy need to be continued in Malaysia. That's all from me. Thank you.